Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, the 10th of October, 2024. Wanted to jump on here right quick because I live in Wyoming. A lot of people ask me, why is Wyoming on fire? A lot of the state has burned this year. Currently, there is a fire going on. I think it's over 76,000 acres that is still not contained. But we've hardly had any rain this year. A lot of people ask, can the government control the weather? Well, I've seen a lot of videos in the last couple of days of them talking about cloud seeding. Basically, there's been videos of them dropping dry ice into the hurricanes to intensify them, which we've seen in the Gulf of Mexico with Milton. Started out as a Category 1 and instantly turned into a Category 5. And that is unheard of in that area. Usually you don't see more than a Category 3 in the Gulf of Mexico. Basically, people had asked their Alexa, like I told you before, about Milton, and it talked about it in the past tense, even though it hadn't happened yet. So that is very interesting. The same with the earthquake that happened in California. It talked about it in the past tense, but it hadn't happened yet. So that's very interesting. And then the current administration addressed the nation today saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene was preposterous in saying that they can control the weather, which we know from articles and things that are on Google, which is owned by the Alphabet company. So if they didn't want you to see it, they would take it off there. That they had been cloud seeding and controlling the weather since the 1950s to direct rain to certain areas. So in this instance, like I said, I live in Wyoming, and I wanted to tell you about this story. It's going around. People are talking about it. But there is a rare earth metal that they are hoping to mine in Wyoming. So people are wondering why the state is burning down and we haven't gotten a water when they can control the weather and they could make it rain here, but they don't want that to happen. They would like it to burn so that way this little element that they found basically can be mined here. So I wanted to read you the article that they're talking about. So this says that there's a modern day gold rush happening in the attempt to dig green energy rare earth minerals out of the ground. Some believe Wyoming could be America's answer to China's lock on the market, and one of a handful of Wyoming companies in the rush may have hit the mother lode. American Rare Earth Incorporated has its sights on thousands of acres of land near Wheatland, Wyoming. The company disclosed in their technical report on Wednesday that it found 64% more rare earth minerals than it had originally envisioned in March of 2023, the assessment of the land. The newly disclosed figure of 2.34 billion metric tons of rare earth minerals found southwest of Wheatland by American Rare Earth Incorporated could dwarf in size the 1.2 million metric ton estimated in northeastern Wyoming that one of its competitors claimed was one of the biggest discoveries in the world. A metric ton equals about 2,200 pounds, while a ton is 2,000 pounds. This exceeds our wildest dreams, and we only drilled on about 25% of the property, said Donald Swartz, CEO of American Rare Earth Metals. The company, in the U.S.-based unit of Australian-founded exploration company working in Wyoming, says enormous potential. These results are illustrative of the enormous potential of the project. Swartz told Cowboy State Daily, typically you see the resources decrease as infill drilling takes place. Instead, we're seeing the opposite, with only 25% of the project being drilled to this point. The rare earth mineral bonanza is the result of consumers starved for magnet metals integral to the green transition to electric vehicles, wind turbines, consumer goods, robots and military drones, missiles, and chips needed for sophisticated computing power. American Rare Earth wants to mine and process these metals, particularly, I'm going to probably butcher the name, it's neodymium, something like that, or parasodyminium, though it's through its Wyoming Rare USA Incorporated. That business controls 367 mining claims on 6,320 acres of mix of state and federal and private lands across the Hall Creek project area near Wheatland, Wyoming, and 4 Wyoming mineral leases on 1,844 acres on the same project, which was renamed recently as the Cowboy State Mine, according to Swartz. Market is not ready, is what it says. With worldwide rare earth mineral demand standing at about 60,000 tons annually, Swartz said that this company could move to establish a mining operation on 320 acres of state land where permitting would happen at a faster clip than on federally owned land. The fact that the demand is high does not enable the company to move faster on federal land. If you build a really big mine, can the market take all of the material, said Swartz. He is doubtful that the market is ready for that kind of volume. We're trying to make something that's modular and scalable that can grow in the market over time, he said. So, obviously you can look this up, Neodymium, or however you pronounce the name, but it's just another one of those eye-opening situations. We had a huge Category 5 hurricane hit North Carolina, right where they had a lithium mine. There was a huge fiasco with FEMA not letting people in there, not letting people help. We just had Hurricane Milton come through and hit Florida. It is just kind of interesting that where these big mining operations are taking place, there's catastrophes happening. Like I said, there's huge fires burning across Wyoming, and now we find out that this huge mining project is about ready to take place. Now, I live in Torrington, Wyoming. I am about 60 miles from Wheatland, Wyoming. I'm not very far from it, and I've heard nothing about this until just the recent days. Basically, nobody is hearing about this. Is that why we have had no rain? We have had huge fires across the state. Is that another way for them to get their hands on this precious rare earth metal, just like they're doing in North Carolina with the lithium mines? Who knows? Let me know what you know about this mining operation that's going on. Let me know what you know about the lithium mine in North Carolina. It seems really fishy, is all I can say. It doesn't seem accurate. And with the current administration addressing the nation to tell people that we're basically way out and far left by saying they can control the weather, it's been talked about. It's been proven that they can do it. So, I mean, farmers themselves can throw dry ice up into the clouds to create rain to help their crops. So when we see these videos on TikTok, when a hurricane's almost about ready to come in and they're seeing dry ice, which if anybody's seen dry ice, it creates like a fog or a smoke off of the top of it, laying on the ground. People have video of it when it came through. So can anybody tell me that it's really not going on? No, they can't. They have, they label us as conspiracy theorists, but when you see stuff like this huge article, like I said, I live in Wyoming and I knew nothing about this. So it's just kind of interesting. So I'd like to know your input on it. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think is really going on? Do you think they're controlling the weather? Do you think that they have bigger plans with potentially this mine, the lithium mine, to capitalize to, corner the market so that way the federal government can get in on this, or do you think that China is going to get in on this? Because I know there for a while, the Pelosi's had some inside information about NVIDIA, which is a company that makes computer chips that go in cars and computers and all kinds of stuff. And when they invested, that stock went from like $50 up to almost $2,000. And then now we've got this going on, and that drops out of the shell, and now it's way down. And now is this particular mine gonna fly through the roof? Is everybody in Congress gonna invest in this? And now we're gonna have this rare earth metal pulled from Wyoming. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I don't know much about it. Like I said, I just heard about it. So I don't know much about the situation. I've read the article. I live 60 miles, within 60 miles of Wheatland, Wyoming, and I had no clue that this was going on. So like I said, I know I butchered the name, but you can look it up. It is called Neodymium and parasodium. It's interesting to think that this is just, down the road from me. And we currently have a fire not far from Chugwater, which is not far from Wheatland. It's very close to Wheatland, within a couple miles. We've had huge fires in the area. It's concerning. It's very concerning. So, like I said, let me know. We've got a funny video coming later. I hope you guys stay tuned for that. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I can't believe we are just shy of 80,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I want to say thank you to all of you for that. And bear with me. I know that a lot of people who have the kind of followers that I do that are making 5-6 videos a day. I still work full-time. I'm trying to make videos when I'm not working, and when I get a piece of information like this, I try to get on here and share it with you guys. So I appreciate you bearing with me. As I start to get more into it and I start making money from it, you can bet you there's going to be hilarious videos coming. There's going to be a lot more videos. So I just want to thank you all for sticking with me. We're at 80,000 subscribers. I love you all. We'll see you on the next video.